Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. This is, of course, Magic Square's Tornado, their masterpiece version of Vortex, and we're going to get him from robot mode, which he's packaged in, to vehicle mode, to combine mode, and then back to robot mode. So, first things first, if you have putting the gun in his hand, take the gun out of his hand and stuff. And of course, make sure to fold these hands away properly. Make sure the hands are completely squared away like that, so they both look like more or less like that. Of course, they take these bits, untab those and pop those off and put those off to the side. Untab this and untab it from there and just go ahead and put all of this off to the side. So it's easier to do the bottom end first. So getting that stuff out of the way. So first thing right here, you want to take take the knees and kind of bring them back a little bit so they look like that. Instead, just kind of bring those back like that so they look more like that. Now from here, what you want to do is go ahead on these back panels. You want to flip this panel up right here so it's blue all over like this, and then flip this panel up so it's completely blue. And then come over here to this outer panel and untab it and bring it out like this. Rotate it forward. Bring this up right here and bring this up right here, and then go ahead and rotate that down like this. And this will come in over here like this and tab in like this to the side, and just go ahead and keep that. Just rotate it all the way around like that. Now on the side right here, what you want to do is bring out this right here and right here like that. Just bring those panels out, and then this one you want to go ahead and bring out the front panel like so. Bring it up like this. Rotate this panel in, and then collapse it against the front of the thigh like that. Then right here, you want to go ahead and untab this panel right here. Rotate this bit in, and then bring it up, and this tab right here will go up in that slot right there. That. Right here, you want to go ahead and bring this out right here and untabbing it from here, from this thing. Then rotate the toe around like this. Go ahead and then bring this back and bring this back so this untabs from here. Fold this in like this, and then bring this up and close that up right there. And right here, what you want to go ahead is bring this down. Make sure that's not in the way. Bring this down, and then bring this panel down right here, rotate this up, and then rotate it in right here, and then rotate it up in here. There's a tab right here, which will go into a slot on the foot, like that. And then right here, what you want to do is actually bring the legs out a little bit more, because right here, you're going to have to get this thing out, like right there, like that. Bring that out right here, like that. Little tab. And then right here, what you want to do is bring this up, slide it back, bring it forward like so. You also might want to go ahead and close that up, just get out of the way. Bring it forward like this, and then bring it back like this, and then slide it forward like that. And then right here, what you do is collapse this in right here. You can bring this in right here, collapse that in, and back here, I don't really see it, but there's a tab right here which will go into the slot on the thigh, like that. Then you can go ahead and close this bit up right here, and this will tab in and everything there, and just close that up right there. Just kind of leave it like that for now, and then pretty much do all the same thing on this leg. So untab this side panel right here, bring this forward right here, so then you can bring this out, rotate it around and bring it in, and then tab it in like that. Bring this up the rest of the way. Of course, untab that panel, untab this panel, and then bring this up, fold this panel in, collapse this up against the thigh, take this panel, untab that, close this up, and then tab this into the thigh like so. Unseparate this bit right here, rotate this around, the toe around like this, and then bring this back and separate this, bring this back like that. Close this panel in, close that up right there. Then go ahead and bring this panel down, bring this down right there, and close it, rotate the toe in, then rotate it in right here, and then close it up and tab it into the bottom like that. And of course right here, slide this back, then rotate it forward and slide it forward like that. Of course, collapse this in like that. Make sure that tabs in the back of the thigh, like that. And then you can go ahead and rotate and close this thing over that. So, and then right here, you can see this little tab. There's little notches right there in those little things. You bring this over that tab right there and just like so. Yeah, And then before you completely close it up, you want to take the gun here, split it in half like that, and this little tab right here will go to a little slot right there. Like that. And then you go ahead and just close this all up and tab it together. Like that. Now you got B mode. But yeah, so you got that right there, ready to go. And then right here, what you want to do in the top half is you want to do is make sure to do this in the proper order. Okay, rotate that down, bring it up the elbows like this, and then this tab right here will go into a little slot on the forearm. Like that. Then you can open up this forearm panel. Do not open up this forearm panel until you got this tabbed in, because otherwise you risk breaking it. Then rotate the fist around like this and close it up in there like so, and just kind of leave it for now. Again, rotate this bit on the shoulder like that. Bring up the elbows and then tab that in the forearm and the shoulder. Open up this panel right here and then rotate the fist around and then close that up right there. From there, what you want to go ahead and do is then untab the backpack. Like that, kind of bring that down a little bit on this hinge. And then you go ahead and bring this whole assembly up. All of this will just come, this will, these will come up like there, like that. Bring it all up right here. And then go ahead and rotate these right here like that. And then go ahead with this bit and just rotate these in like so. And like so, just kind of rotate that in. And the head here, you want to rotate this around and bring it down like that. It's going to sit like that for now. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and split these bits out like so. Make sure this is out of the way. And then bring these out right here. Bring all these panels out. Like that. And then you can also bring this down. And then you want to go ahead and flatten this bit right here. You want to... It's kind of complicated. But yeah, to flatten that, you also need to... get this in alignment up. You got to get these panels in such a way. Yeah, so this all lines up right here like that, and this right here will re-tab in like that on there like this, and then also right here like this, like that. Right here, I don't know how you can see that, but right there's a little, you see that light gray piece right in here? Little tab on it. You want to slide that forward towards the screw, and that's supposed to lock the ab crunch. That's important to do because otherwise you have to do it later, and that's a little more difficult to do later when you're trying to get into combined mode. And then go ahead and bring this forward, and this will tab over, these slots here, which will tab over these tabs right here and everything. Let's push it, give it a good push down and everything. That's now locked in place. Now, what you want to do, if you want to, you can kind of store this in here. You just gotta fold this up, and well, unfortunately, as it stands, because of how they changed stuff, as far as I can tell, there's no real way to store this properly. Not anymore, anyway. Even though there's a tab here, can't find any real way to store this in here. Well, yeah, you could used to on the Legends version. Not that I can find anyway. I thought the slots might be work for it, but yeah, it's, as far as I can tell, you basically just have to just shove this in here like that. Just kind of try to shove it up against the back right there like that, and then bringing this up right here, making sure these bits all clear. Bring this up and make sure these are still split over top like this. And bring these, get these out of the way a little bit. And bring these up, and these will kind of, you can see this slide, there's this weird tab right here. You can slide these over top of that. Like this, and then they'll peg together like so. Now here you want to go ahead and unfold these if you haven't, kind of already done that. Unfold all this stuff and then slide this down right here. Then bring this panel down like this. Keep this panel up. It's a little easier to do it like this. Then you go ahead right here, you bring this up, fold this tail fin down, and then right here, make sure to fold this up, and then bring this, like around like that, and it'll kind of soft click into place. I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit easier. Just do it like this. And then unfold all this like that. Yeah. And then slide that part in. Bring this part down and make sure this is up. But, make sure this part's higher than this one, because trust me on this. And go ahead and bring this out. Words. Straighten this out and then bring it down right there. And then go ahead and just bring them back together like this. And actually, before you completely bring them together, right here, this little wheel right here. You want to bring that wheel out. I always forget about that wheel. And then, bring them together. Just just tab it all together like so. Just make sure nice and tab together. Push that. Make sure it's further push forward as it can. Then these panels right here. Then you bring this panel over this tab right here. You can see this tab is keyed, so you can bring these together like this. Bring these panels together like that, and then bring these panels down like that, tapping them in. And then right here, go ahead and take these and bring these back like that. Then right here, we're gonna go ahead and take the rotors and then bring it back like this. And then right here underneath, untab the rotor and bring it out, and do that for all 4 of them, like that. And there we go. You go ahead and lift the rotor up a little bit. You lift the rotor up a bit. Yeah, if you do it like that, that's, well, funny thing is, it's supposed to be up higher, which is the weird part, but it works worse when it's up higher. Go figure, right? And you take these gun pieces right here and they'll tab in like there. And right there. And there you go. That's Tornado in his vehicle mode. Yeah, it's not too complicated once you get, once you figure out what to do, but it's just kind of some of the parts of it are just kind of like, yeah, if you don't know the proper order, you could break something, or just it becomes really annoying real quickly. Yeah, so overall, it's not too bad. Now, getting in combined mode from here, go ahead and take these and pop those off right now. And go ahead right here and, of course, fold the rotor blades in all the way around. And then go ahead and just kind of bring this in and collapse it down like that just to get it out of the way. And then right here, what you want to do is, let's see, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and split the tail again. And this is a little tricky because I have no real way of, you should theoretically just get these panels up, but I have no real way to do that without like a spudger or something. And yeah, even then it's still there. Yeah, get those panels up right here and then split them like that, so then you can separate the tail pieces like so. Go ahead and put that wheel up right there. We're just splitting these because we need to get stuff out of the way for the front of the helicopter, at least for now. Gonna go ahead and split this bit right here. Split these, and then just, yeah, so can come back a little bit. Just get out of the way. I want to fold these away just to make it a little easier. And then right here, go ahead and this top section right here, you want to go ahead and untab that. Like that. Just go ahead and untab that, so you can then untab these panels right here. Yeah, untab these panels right here. Then you can go ahead and split the front of the chopper, and again, I often have to use a spudger for this part. But yeah, split the front and go ahead and pull that out if it didn't come out on its own. What you want to do here is then pull these bits out here, the sides of the helicopter. You want to pull these out and rotate them around like this. And pull this out. To make sure it doesn't re-hook over this thing. Pull these out and then rotate forward like this. Like this the top of the helicopter, and then slide it back, rotate it forward, bring this out, and then slide it forward like this, so it's sitting like that. Slide it back, bring this up, rotate it forward, and then slide it forward again like that. And go ahead and just bring it back together. Bring them back together like so. And also break these and tab these in. There's new slots right here, which will, you can see, go right there like that, and just tab that all together like that. Go ahead and take these and re-tab them into the sides. Make sure you tab those into the sides right here, up here. Up here, bring those in the sides, and then bring this down and tab this in again, like so. Like that, and then go ahead and re-tab these over top of this, or over top like that, like this. And go ahead and reassemble the tail rotor and everything. Get that all squared away. Bring these up right here. Just kind of bring that all up, and then once again tab these in together, and then bring it down like that. And then go ahead and bring these back down, and there you go. It's pretty much the Tornado in ARM mode, at least for toy configuration. Actually, then take these and almost forgot. Take that and straighten the rotors back out. Yeah, now it's in ARM, and now it's in ARM mode for toy configuration. Pretty much. Yep. No hand yet because yeah, it doesn't come with him. But yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna do. But also for cartoon configuration is pretty easy as well. Once again, you got to split the tail. Ooh, that folded weird. It should not fold it up like that. Yeah, it splits the tail. You got to split the tail again. So yeah, bring that up and split the tail. And I'm fixing that right now. There you go. Split the tail, and this is the tricky bit because I don't know what the exact. I'm going to say right now. I don't know the exact thing. I'm trying to guess because I don't know what you're supposed to do with the head. But basically, right here, you can see there's a tab right here, which will go in that slot on the bottom of this bit right here, like that. See that? Yeah, it'll tab in right there on the bottom of this. This is supposed to. Oh, that came untabbed. That's why. Yeah, this bit came untabbed. Interesting. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so that tabs into the bottom of that bit right there. And then basically just collapse the tail in. So extend that out, fold this up, rotate this around like this, and push that back in. And then rotate this around. This will then kind of close up right there. And right here, there's a slot right here, which this tab will go into. Thing is, yeah, you have to see, kind of has to sit like that for that to work. So, again, slide this out, rotate this in, bring this around, slide that forward, and then close this up, close that up, and then bring this in, and this will tab in right there, like that. And then, as for the head, I have no idea what you're supposed to do with the head, but or this tail stuff, I'm just kind of fold it down like that, just to, yeah, just kind of fold this tail stuff down like that, or this I just kind of fold in like that. I don't know exactly what they want you to do with that stuff, but it's pretty clear this is what they want you to do for, more or less what they want you to do for cartoon configuration, or mostly. I suspect that the head here, you're supposed to like rotate it like this, and then this panel, when you do everything, come up and hide the head a bit. That's my guess anyway. I don't know. Again, they didn't show the cartoon instructions. I suspect they'll come with the cartoon parts. I'm not sure what they want you to do with this stuff. I am totally guessing on this. This might be not entirely correct, and there might be some small thing I have to adjust here. But that's more or less the gist of it, is my understanding. This is more or less the gist of the cartoon mode. So, yeah, going from here to robot mode. So gotta take this, get out of the way. Yeah, click these, bring that down so you can get this folded up, and then kind of bring these back out a bit and untab them from that bit right there, and bring this back down like that. Then, yeah, untab these. Oop, not the one, not that. Untab these from the back of the rotor bit, like that, right there. Just untab that, and then bring them forward like that to get the gun out of there. Untab this bit, yeah. Untab that and bring that up right there. Bring these out. Bring these out. Then take this piece right here. You can slide that back like there. Now that the ab crunch is unlocked, we'll go ahead and yeah. So yeah, make sure to slide that back right there. That unlocks the ab crunch. Then from there, what you want to do is, okay, make sure these are these tail pieces are straightened out, and then also take this the tail rotor and collapse it so it's sitting like that, and then just make sure that's all straightened out. Make sure this is sitting like that. Kind of like going to sit like that. Go ahead and bring these in. Bring these in like this. Collapse those in, and then bring these up, and this will tab into the lower tabs right there like that. Make sure that these are, spread out a bit, so then you can bring this up. This darker gray piece will go up between the tail rotors like so. And then you see the tail fins right here. You'll fold them in like this and fold that in like that. Make sure that clears. That's all going to fold in and just kind of sit like that. Although this, I'm not sure exactly how they want you to have this sitting, but I just fold it like that. I believe they might want to actually have it kind of sitting differently, and I'm a little scared of what they actually want you to do, like maybe like that. Yeah, they might want you to actually fold it in like that. But regardless, just get that in there. Do whatever is comfortable. Most comfortable for you. Yeah, get that in there like that. And then right here, get these panels and bring those out. Bring these panels out like that. Then go ahead and bring this forward and bring this down. Right here, you can see those little slots that are going to go in like there. Like that. And these are going to come down like that. And go ahead right here, you can go ahead and bring this up, and the pack will tab in over top of everything, just holding it in place. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to fold it in like that. And of course, you can come down here and open up these panels, rotate the fists out, close that back up, untab the forearm, rotate that shoulder bit. There you go. Bring this out, rotate the fist out, close that up. Untab the forearm from the shoulder, bring that down, rotate that up, and that's pretty much the upper body ready to go. Which means you come down to the lower body. So go ahead and split that in half, like here, like that. Go and take this and rotate that back up right there. Rotate that up right there. And down here, I want to go ahead and untab this side bit. Bring that up. Yeah, so then untab this bit, then bring this up, and then fold this in, and then rotate it down like that, and just kind of get that out of the way for right now. You can go ahead right back here. You want to untab this from the back of the thigh, like that, and then extend it out. Yeah, extend it on this armature, bring it up like that. Bring that up, and then back here you want to go ahead and take this panel and bring that out. Untab this right here from there, bring this back, and then this will tab in right here, the little slot on the nose of the helicopter that tabs in right there. Make sure that bring that back up first. Let's kind of tab in right there like that. Bring this down further and bring it out right there. And right here, this panel, you have to untab this panel from the side of the thigh. And again, I have to use a sponge on mine because it just goes in real tight. And unfold that and bring this down right here, and this will tab in right there like so. So tab in right there like so. There we go. Unfold this, bring out this panel, bring it down. This will tab in right there. Bring these in right there. They'll come in down like that, holding everything in place. And this foot right here, the toe, you want to rotate that around like that, and then bring this down so it can then, this little bit right here can go into the bit right there, and that forms the foot. It's supposed to form the foot right there, like that. And then this, you can go ahead and bring this up, and this will tab into the side of the leg like that. And you go ahead right here and just bring this panel down like there, like that. So it looks like that. And that's one leg almost done. You also have the knee right here. You want to bring the knee forward a bit. So it looks more like that. So anyway, you can do pretty much the exact same thing on this leg. So untab this, rotate this around, untab this part, bring this up, rotate this in, and rotate it down like that. And then rotate this whole thing down like this. You go ahead and untab this bit from the back of the thigh. You use this armature and bring that up like that. Bring this back, bring this panel out, then you bring this back forward. And then again, bring this back a bit just so you have clearance, and then untab this right there. Untab that from there, right there, like that, and then close that up. Yeah, close that up right there. Bring this toe bit out, and then right here again, this will tab into the nose bit right there, and then rotate this toe bit right there like that. Untab this from the thigh, like so. Open this panel up, and then bring it down and tab it in like that. Open up this panel, bring it down, bring out this panel, bring this down and tab it into the front of the leg. Like that. And then bring this panel and tab that in right there. And go ahead and bring this out so that make sure this is all the way up. And then of course, yeah, bring these together. So you can see that, yeah. Bring these together like that and bring up the foot like that. Then bring this up and tab this into the side of the leg. Like that. And then bring this panel down right here and I'll make that like that. And then, of course, bring the knee forward right there. Make sure everything's straightened out. And then, yeah, of course, fix the rotor. So now it's, you got the little cross at the back, I guess. And of course, you can then tab these back into the forearms and like so, and so. And then, of course, also reassemble the gun. And you can do whatever you want with that. And there you go. That is Vortex, or Tornado, back in his robot mode. So yeah, it's actually overall not too difficult once you know the proper procedure. Overall, it's just some nuances you had to learn, and the instructions are not very good at relaying said nuances, particularly if you haven't already learned the Legends version, which is also a little bit different here and there. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty solid transformation. Actually, once you get to know it, it's actually pretty fun. Just got to be, again, mindful of the proper order things. You do think some things that you do it out of order, it's going to either be way more difficult, or in some cases outright break the toy. So you just got to be careful about that. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty solid bit overall. Although you may have seen the review that I might have goofed up a couple things here and there, like the tail rotor was not folded up properly, and also left this thing sticking out. Whoops. You actually might not have seen that, but regardless, yeah, this is the proper transformation. It works pretty well, and I will say I am guessing a bit for the cartoon configuration for the arm mode, because there are no instructions for that. I'm just going off what I remember from the Legends version and just some guesswork based off what's there. There might be some slight differences based on they have no instructions for that, and they might be coming with the toy or the cartoon pack. So I'm just guessing. Might have to readjust it down the line when get to that. But yeah, not too bad. So that's it for this transformation video. Hope you found it, informative and all that. I hope you found it. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. I hope you check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Hope you check out my Coffee and Patreon, and I shall see you next time in another video.